The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
They'll start out here with the option left. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Now hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Okay, right?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Eagles at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Hey, Red! Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
In motion right, Watkins.
Mariota now from the 50. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Allen. Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove it day for them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
First down, Bills.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Bills.
Deontay Hardy.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their third in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
Ready up.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Mariota. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go. Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
For Bills 7, Eagles nothing.
Set. Ready. Ready. Go. Hut.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. In motion left is Watkins.
Hey, go serious. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To the air, Allen. His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Allen again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. Now Allen going to change it up.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Down. Blue striker. Check.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Second down and 6 now. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Second and 6.
To throw is Mariota.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Ready.
This will be caught by Brown.
Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Red, yellow.
Brown goes in motion left.
Drill green. White, white.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Hines now on the return.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On play action, Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
because
all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This is 2nd and 8.
56. What's that?
Allen finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, 30 yards.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Eagles 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
It's a foot race.
Now inside the 25.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Ready?
To throw Mariota. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed
Here we
well.
go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota going to run the option right. And Power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Red, cycle. Stick, mega. Claws red. Blaster, stick. Hut, hut.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen. Buying time to his left. Escapes the sack. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Alert!
Now Allen. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Trent Sherfield, 36 yards. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
63, 63, 63. Hey!
Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Smith, the man in motion left.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his throw here is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Allen going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw.
And he wisely will throw that one away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else he did? He make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Oh, that's Smith, a nice catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
Fighting down past the 45. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On second down, Swift.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, Silver.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They'll drop to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And Diggs has it. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards, as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Powers ahead at the 45. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Hard running at the 15.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
This is caught. It's Hardy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jalen Carter in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.